So I look myself in the mirror. What do I see in the mirror? I see something that I do not like. Okay? But when you see something you do not like, are you really attaching that emotion to a habit or attaching that emotion to yourself to change your intentions? If you look in the mirror, you're not doing anything about your habits. You have to first identify the habit. Identifying the habit is the hardest part. If a habit is subconscious, then how are you going to recognize it? Okay. You can't do it yourself because other people will notice your habits because they will tie their emotions toward your habits. The anatomy of a habit, in the head, it's just automaticity. It's automatic. Everything's very automatic. It just happens. Okay. The body of the habit is a cycle. Okay. Automatic cycle. The foundation of a habit is a lack of emotion. That's where the fun starts. Because identifying your habit requires people. Identifying a positive reinforcement technique and a positive habit also requires people. It requires people and people who are around you to identify that habit. Because some people think that the positive habit is positive, but really it's really negative. Now, what if you had access to people who actually know what the nutritional values of these things are, like people in this facility, or myself, or the physicians, or nutritionists, or your friends? Okay? What if you had access to those people? If you have access to those people, you can remain on the positive side. Remain on the positive side of things and try to attach positive reinforcement toward those things. So, I see a lot of patients a day in my office, but whenever people come in and either the blood sugar is not controlled or I see that they're gaining weight, I always make comments, what are you eating these days? You know, that's my medical assistant told me that's my most common phrase. What are you eating these days? And no matter what they come in for, so what are you eating these days? And then usually they tell me, oh, doc, those Christmas and New Year's was just a bad month. I'm like, Christmas is a day. This blood value of hemoglobin A1C measures 3 months of your blood sugars, but Christmas is a day, and New Year's is a day, right? And so they come with this. When people make excuses for themselves, it's also another bad habit because they don't realize they're making excuses for themselves because they believe what they say.